Hey guys, this is Dan from NYC Math Tutoring and Test Prep. In this video, I'm going to show you what your pacing needs to be like to ace the math section of the SAT. The reason most kids, even some of the smartest, don't get perfect scores on the SAT isn't because the math is too hard. It's because they haven't done enough practice against the clock to build the speed and stamina you really need to even attempt all the problems. In this playlist, I actually go about 20% faster than you need to, but when you think about it, that's only about 10 to 15 seconds extra per problem, which is very easy to lose. If you take one thing away from this playlist, it should be that you can't afford to get stuck on any one problem for too long. If you're skeptical, keep watching. 1. The graph shows a cost of installing a vinyl privacy fence. The company charges a flat installation fee plus a cost per linear foot of fencing. Based on the graph, how much does 1 linear foot of this particular vinyl fence cost? Well, we know from the y-intercept that there's this flat fee of $150 because at that point you've bought 0 linear feet and yet you've already paid $150. So to find the cost per linear foot after that upfront fee, we'll need the slope of the line. So we just need 2 points to find the slope. We can use this point here, which is 0, 150, and we can pick another one. I'm going to pick this one up here, which is 10, 300. And the slope is change in y over change in x. And the change in y going from 150 to 300 is an increase of 150. And the change in x going from 0 to 10 is 10. And so the slope is 15. So it's a cost of $15 per additional linear foot. 2. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to the expression shown above? We can see this is going to break into 3 terms, so even without rewriting it, we can simplify. The first term is going to be 24x to the 4th over 12x squared, which is 2x squared. So A and C are looking good. We can get rid of B and D. The next term will be 36x cubed over 12x squared. That's 3x, so both are still in play. And then there's a third term, minus 12x squared over 12x squared, which is minus 1. So C is the best choice. 3. In the figure shown, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DBE. What is the length of BE? So let's let BE equal x, and we can set up a ratio. Since the small triangle is similar to the big triangle, we can say x is to the full length, which is x plus 2, as DE, 4, is to the full length of the big triangle, which is 6. And then this simplifies to 2/3, so right away we can make the math a little easier on ourselves, and then let's cross multiply. So 3x equals, and make sure you distribute when you cross multiply this, 2x plus 4, and then we just subtract 2x from both sides, so x equals 4, and that is the length of BE. 4. Which of the following represents the function shown? So it's a parabola, and it opens down. So options C and D have these positive coefficients, so those parabolas will open up. Those choices won't work. The next clue we want to use is the location of the vertex. So the standard form for the equation of parabola always has this x minus a squared term, and it is x minus as a standard. So if you see x plus, then this value is actually the opposite, which is to say that the vertex of choice A is located at 2, 5. And the vertex of choice B is located at negative 2, 5. And our parabola has its vertex at 2, 5, so A is the only viable choice. 5. If line L shown here is reflected over the x-axis, what is the slope of the new line? So let's first find the slope of line L. The easiest way to do that is just to count. So the slope is change in y over change in x. For line L, the change in y is it's going up 2, and as it goes up 2, it goes over 4, so the slope is 1/2. Now, if we were to reflect it over the x-axis, you have to imagine mirroring it so that this angle here would be the same on the other side of the x-axis. So if I just try to eyeball that, the line might look something like this. And so the slope of the new line is going to be the same run, but the rise will be in the negative direction. So m will equal negative 1/2. Note this is not the same as finding the slope of the perpendicular line, which is negative 1 over the old slope. If you do that, you'll get negative 2, and that's the wrong answer. It's B, negative 1/2. 6. If p equals 4x cubed plus x minus 2, q equals x squared minus 1, and r equals 3x minus 5, then what is 2p minus quantity q plus r? So this is all algebra. Let's do it very carefully in steps. So 2p, I'm going to double it as I write it down, is 8x cubed plus 2x minus 4. And then let's do the quantity q plus r. So that's going to be x squared plus 3x minus 6. And now we can subtract them. So that's going to be 8x cubed minus x squared minus x plus 2. And that's answer choice B.